90-Day Fiancé, Throuple Matt, Amani and Eni should never have been cast. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. I hope you are well. Please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. The 90-Day Fiancé franchise has built its empire on drama, culture clash and unconventional love stories. Over the years, audiences have watched couples struggle through long-distance relationships, visa challenges, language barriers and family disapproval. However, every once in a while, TLC takes a gamble on a storyline so controversial that even longtime fans are left questioning the producer's decisions. Such was the case with the infamous Throuple storyline of Matt, Amani and Eni. Their season was supposed to push boundaries and showcase a different kind of love. Instead, it spiraled into chaos, leaving viewers uncomfortable, cast members bitter, and the reputation of the franchise dented. Looking back, many fans argue that this trio should never have been cast at all. When TLC announced that the next season would feature a polyamorous relationship, curiosity exploded online. The franchise had teased unusual pairings before, age gap couples, cultural clashes and controversial figures, but this was something brand new. Matt, a 42-year-old entrepreneur from Texas, had been married once before and divorced after 12 years. Seeking something different, he had traveled extensively through South America, where he met Amani, a 29-year-old artist from Colombia. Their romance bloomed quickly and Matt applied for the K-1 visa. But in a shocking twist, producers revealed that Matt wasn't only bringing Amani to the United States. He was also involved with Eni, Amani's best friend from Medellin. The three described themselves as a committed throuple. According to them, love didn't have to fit traditional molds. TLC clearly thought the dynamic would create ratings gold. What they didn't anticipate was the firestorm of backlash. From the very first episode, tensions were obvious. Matt dominated the relationship, financially supporting both women and dictating most of the decisions. Amani, more outspoken, often clashed with him about independence and cultural respect. Eni, quieter and more reserved, seemed caught in the middle, agreeing to whatever would keep the peace. Fans immediately picked up on the power imbalance. Social media exploded with comments like, "This doesn't look like love. It looks like control. Eni doesn't even want to be there. Why did TLC cast them? This is not polyamory. This is manipulation." Critics accused the show of exploiting polyamory without properly representing it. Instead of a healthy, consensual relationship among equals, what viewers saw was jealousy, miscommunication, and emotional strain. Number 90-Day Fiancé storyline is complete without family interference, and Matt's conservative relatives were horrified. His mother, in particular, refused to accept the situation. In one memorable episode, she confronted him. "I raised you to respect women. Now you're parading around with two of them like trophies. This isn't marriage, Matt. It's a circus." The tension reached its peak when Matt brought Amani and Eni to a family barbecue in Dallas. Relatives whispered, children asked uncomfortable questions, and eventually Matt's brother stormed off camera, declaring that TLC had turned their lives into a freak show. Meanwhile, Amani's parents in Colombia expressed equal concern. They worried their daughter was being exploited and feared she had sacrificed her dignity for a visa. Beyond family drama, the throuple dynamic made adjusting to American culture even harder. Both Amani and Eni struggled with English and they often relied on Matt for translation. But Matt twisted this advantage, sometimes misrepresenting what one woman said to the other. For example, when Amani confronted Matt about his spending habits, he translated her frustration to Eni as, "She thinks we should all relax and enjoy the money." This manipulation fueled misunderstandings and made it appear as if the two women were in conflict, when in reality both were frustrated with Matt. The show framed these moments as spicy drama, but viewers accused producers of exploiting language barriers to create artificial conflict. One of the biggest accusations against the trio was that Amani and Eni were simply using Matt for immigration purposes. Comment sections filled with speculation. Was Amani truly in love with Matt? Did Eni even want to be in the US or was she pressured into it? Were they both competing for security rather than affection? TLC leaned heavily into this narrative, editing episodes to emphasize Amani's occasional frustrations with America and Eni's quiet sadness. Instead of portraying authentic love, the story came across as transactional and opportunistic. By mid-season, the throuple was unraveling. Arguments erupted weekly, Amani accused Matt of favoritism toward Eni. Eni complained that Amani was too controlling. Matt lashed out at both, insisting that without his financial support, neither could survive in the US. The lowest point came in an episode where Amani broke down in tears, declaring on camera, "This is not love. This is prison." Fans were horrified. Calls for TLC to remove the storyline grew louder, with petitions circulating online demanding the network stop airing toxic and exploitative relationships. If the regular season was chaotic, the tell-all special was explosive. Host Sean Robinson struggled to keep order as accusations flew. Amani revealed that Matt had been secretly messaging other women during filming. Eni admitted she had wanted to return to Colombia halfway through the season but was pressured to stay for filming. Matt accused TLC of deliberately editing him to look like a villain. The episode ended with Amani storming off set and Eni in tears. Even Sean looked uncomfortable at one point, muttering, "This is hard to watch." The aftermath was brutal. Online forums lit up with criticism. This was the worst casting decision in 90 Day Fiancé history. They didn't represent polyamory. They represented dysfunction. Eni looked traumatized the entire season. Shame on TLC. Ratings dipped during the middle of the season as many viewers tuned out, disgusted by what they saw as emotional exploitation. After the cameras stopped rolling, the throuple collapsed quickly. Matt moved back to Texas permanently, reportedly dating again but avoiding public attention. Amani returned to Colombia, resuming her art career and speaking out about how the show had misrepresented her. In a podcast interview, she claimed TLC pressured her to exaggerate conflicts for ratings. Eni stayed in the US briefly but later returned home, where she reunited with her family. She has since avoided media appearances, leading many fans to believe she was deeply affected by the experience. TLC, for its part, quietly distanced itself from the storyline. Future seasons avoided thruples altogether, sticking to the traditional two-partner structure. The throuple saga of Matt, Amani, and Eni remains one of the most controversial arcs in 90 Day Fiancé history. It highlighted the dangers of prioritizing shock value over authenticity. True polyamory involves communication, equality, and respect. What viewers saw was the opposite: jealousy, manipulation, and emotional harm. Rather than opening minds, the season left many with negative